Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great week. I've been coming back to work finally after having bronchitis for like a week or so. It wasn't very fun, wasn't awful, but I was too sick to work. Didn't do a lot of drinking, obviously didn't upload anything while I was sick, but I'm back. I've been working outside a lot the last couple days. I'm just not in the mood for dark beer. I know I promised another stout review, but instead today we got another BJ's exclusive. We have, to my surprise, the Abbey Normal Dubbel. It's an Abbey style ale. Now what an Abbey style ale is it's a beer brewed in the style that Belgian monks used to brew their beer. An abbey is like the name of like a building or a group of buildings that a monk lives in. So an Abbey style ale is modeled after the Belgian monks' beer. But it doesn't have to be brewed in Belgium or in an abbey to be an abbey style. It's just based on that. So, you guys know I love Belgian beer. I am feeling very optimistic because I read the word Belgian. I've already got an idea of what it's going to be like, but on doing a little research, I think it's going to be very different from what I'm expecting. They tend to be darker beers, I guess. Not like dark, but darker than like a Belgian ale. It is still an ale. I do like ale. You guys know that. So, let's pop this fucker open. Don't want to have this thing explode on me like the first one. Every time I open a beer since that first video, I'm like, oh, here it comes. It's gonna fucking blow up on me. I'm gonna make a fool of myself. But I'm kind of a pro now. You know, I've been opening beers for like a couple years now. That one was a fluke. That was bullshit. I set myself up. I was trying to be entertaining. I'm a liar. But I know what I'm doing. And I know that eventually, if I keep fucking with this cork, it's gonna come out.
A few moments later.
So I'm gonna keep fucking with this cork until it comes out. And it's not gonna hit me in the face, and it's not gonna break a hole in my ceiling, and it's not going to make a mess.
6.5 hours later.
God, that fucker's really in there.
A few inches later.
God. This is tough. I wasn't like my second video, like a fucking beer cork video. And I got that one open, no problem. Now look at me, I'm fucking struggling. This thing's really in there. I don't know if I stored it improperly. This just came out of the fridge a couple minutes ago. Holy shit. God, it's just a long cork. I think that's what it is. It's just Abbey normally long.
Oh, brother, this guy
I've literally
stinks!
opened champagne bottles and had less trouble than this. Literally. When I was like 17, my mom used to have me open champagne bottles for her. Fucking A.
Eventually.
I'm sweating. Here it comes. Ready? See that? That fucker's huge. God! That was a workout. I didn't know I was gonna have to fucking work for my beer. I didn't know I was gonna have to earn it. I thought I could just fucking drink it. It's supposed to be a free fucking beer. Nothing's free, I guess. Here we go. Of course we got the BJ's beer glass, because it is a BJ's beer. Ooh. That's kind of dark. I don't think I'm going to fit the whole thing in there, unfortunately. But check that out. I know you don't have the best lighting where you're looking at it, but that's, at the bottom, that's kind of transparent. That's pretty red. Kind of orange. It's almost like a red ale. I was not expecting that. It said it was going to be darker, so I was expecting brown, but not red. This is a very new experience for me. I've never even heard of an Abbey style ale before I got this one. So, this is first. It smells like Belgian beer. It's got a kind of dark head on it too. Let's give you a better camera angle. See that? Nice and red. Pretty dark head. Not crazy dark, but dark for a beer like this, you know? That's definitely Belgium. You get that sweet, kind of fruity, kind of floral smell to it that you get from a good Belgian beer, like a delirium. That's the first thing I thought of when I first smelled this. It smells like delirium. Yeah, bitter, but not too bitter. Just smells like Belgian beer, which I'm surprised, because I thought just because it said Belgian, it wasn't going to be Belgian, it was going to be something totally different, but the smell's pretty similar. And I forgot to mention, but this is a 6.6%, and it's a 21 IBUs. I don't think I'm going to be bringing up IBUs all the time, but since I brought them up in the last video and haven't talked about them before, I thought I'd mention it this time. I think from now on, if it's over like 40 IBUs or so, I'll bring it up, but other than that, who cares? It does not taste as much like a Belgian beer as it smells. It almost tastes more like a red ale. More tart, a little more fruity, not as light and bright of a flavor as you would get with your average Belgian ale. This is a little more subtle, a lot redder, if that makes any sense to you, because it makes sense to me. Almost kind of coppery. That kind of, not metallic taste, but like bitter, maybe almost metallic taste. I'm picking up a little bit of that with this. But it's not bad. Not a very strong flavor overall. I've kind of noticed that with BJ's beer. It's not always super profound with the flavor. BJ's beer, from what I've had, is generally kind of more subtle. That's not a bad thing, though. Some people don't like strong flavor in their beer. If that's the case, just drink Bud Light or something. But I'm better than that. I'm not better than that. I was craving Bud Light today. Yeah, this beer is really deceiving, because even as I'm tipping the glass up to get a smell, it just smells like Belgian ale, but you don't get any of that in the flavor, really. Like I said, a little bit of the fruitiness, but it's not as floral as Belgian ale is. This is fruitier. It's almost, I've only had a sour once, but I guess you could almost compare it to a sour because of the fruitiness, but it's not as sour as a sour is. It's interesting, though. This is definitely a wild card. I had like no idea what this was going to be like coming into it, and I still don't even know what it's like, and I'm like a third of the way through it. Excuse me. Yeah, there doesn't seem like there's a lot of body to the flavor. It's there, but it's not crazy. You know, I think it's kind of funny that monks used to brew beer, because it seems like, I mean, I don't know, because I wasn't around. I've never met a monk. I don't know what they're into. I don't know if they rage, if they drink like the French. But I was under the impression that monks kind of lived more of a purist kind of lifestyle, and I feel like making beer isn't that pure. Unless it was like beer from like back in the days that was like 1% and it was basically just water that wouldn't go bad, you know? Like that's what they drink on the Mayflower. They just drink really shitty beer. Maybe monks just made that kind of shitty beer for people, for themselves. Yeah, mostly on the smell, I'm getting those Belgian characteristics, but if I hadn't read the label, I probably wouldn't have guessed that this had anything to do with Belgium, just off the taste. Hey guys, I'm editing this video right now. I'm finishing the rest of the bottle as I'm editing the video. And I just want to say that on drinking it out of the bottle, the flavor is a little stronger. I think maybe because it was in a glass, it was breathing a little too much or something, and the flavor just wasn't quite there. But out of the bottle, you do get that sweet kind of wheat that you get from a Belgian ale, but it's more tart for sure. Fruity and tart, not as floral. I still think I was kind of on it, but I just wanted to add that. It's just not there. It's not bad. I mean, it's not great. I actually don't think I would get this again. Like I said, it's my free monthly or bi-monthly beer, aside from the 4-pack I got that me and my friends drank, which also wasn't my thing. It was like a hoppy ale. Excuse me. I don't like hops. If you haven't figured that out by now, I don't really like hoppy beer. I don't plan on reviewing a lot of hoppy beer unless I run out of things or I just want to try something different. Have you guys experienced something different vicariously through me? Yeah, it was alright. I guess I'm glad I tried it though. You know, it's always nice to try something new, but this is just not what I thought it would be and not really my thing. I guess I'd give it like a 5. Pretty mediocre beer, I guess. Maybe I don't know enough about it. Like I said, maybe my taste buds are fucked up today. I know a lot of people will have something to say about that, but I think that's all I got for this one. 5 out of 10. So, if you enjoyed my video, please leave a like. If you have any beers you want to see me try, leave me a comment, let me know. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday and a great rest of your week.